But there's nothing more explosive. There's nothing that's growing faster than digital assets right now. It's the future of finance. It is the biggest focus of America. It's the biggest focus all around the world. I'm not sure if you saw the conference yesterday. We had 20,000 people at the Bitcoin conference right in the middle of Hong Kong. People want digital assets. They believe in digital assets. Traditional banking is broken all around the world, and it can be done better. It can be done safer. It can be done faster. It can be done more efficient. In the digital space. And what we're doing, World Liquidity Financial, it's a global company. We have the fastest growing stablecoin on earth, pegged to the US dollar. We believe in DeFi. We believe in changing the payment rails for all industries, whether it be the hospitality industry, whether it be commodities. The way people exchange money is rapidly changing. And we're gonna make that process better, faster, cheaper, and much more of a utility to everyday people. And the countries who embrace it early are the countries who are going to win. And the countries that sit on their hands and don't embrace it are the countries that are going to lose. And right now, America's winning the race, but so much of Asia is believes in it, and they're sprinting toward the goal, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Yes. Yeah. No, we're absolutely going to reshape Wall Street. We became the most canceled family when my father got into politics, anywhere in the world. The biggest financial institutions, the biggest banks anywhere in the world, they canceled us, and they did it only for political reasons. And it made us fall in love with crypto, and that's when the two of us met each other, and that's when we went down this road. And so yeah, I wanna reshape finance. I'm happy if old school finance, which has been horribly punitive to people all around the world, it's benefited guys like me. It's benefited powerful families like ours. But it doesn't benefit the average person. Crypto benefits the average person. Crypto gives people individual freedom. And I would love to see traditional finance. It's going to fail. Traditional finance is going to fail. And cryptocurrency is going to be the way of the future in every regard. Because it does everything better, right? I mean, you can transfer money from Korea to the United States. You can do so instantly. You can do so at Saturday at midnight, right? In the middle of the night, you can transfer money. Zero transaction fees or very, very little transaction fees. Try and do that through the banks. Try and go find a Korean bank that transfers money to the United States. You'll get it 2 weeks later, right? You have a whole system that's instantaneous. It's not just cryptocurrency. It's technology. It's convenience. It's the modern age. And so yeah, I would love to see traditional finance die. And I would love to see cryptocurrency take its place and really reshape the whole banking industry. And that's absolutely what this project is focused on. I can tell you, I don't think I've ever been skeptical of crypto. I do think everybody in life has a little bit of a learning curve. I mean, I was a hard asset guy. I build hotels that look like this every single day. I'm building 26 of them around the world, and I think Korea might be very happy to know that sooner rather than later we'll probably be back in Korea. So we're very excited about that. We're looking at a very big project there, right now. But I think people's impressions and focuses evolve. Again, the political experience I went through, having been canceled by those banks, reshaped my vision for how I think the world should work. There's no question about it. The revolution of Bitcoin changed my impression on what an asset can look like. Originally, I thought an asset had to have windows, had to be made out of bricks, had to be concrete and have beautiful high ceilings and beautiful chandeliers and rooms like this. And all of a sudden you realize that some of the best assets are actually the assets that live in the digital space. Assets that are immediately liquid, can be traded 24/7, that are unbelievable stores of value, that can't be destroyed by a typhoon, that can't be burned down in a fire, that can't be taken because of a corrupt government. That are movable, can be moved anywhere on Earth. And so I think my impression as to what an asset is has certainly changed over the years. And I think cryptocurrency has done that for a lot of people, and so, you're starting to see some of the best assets in the world that have the most value, that have the most utility actually be digital assets. And we've never seen that before. You're going to see a lot of assets tokenized. You're going to see projects like this tokenized. You're going to see artwork tokenized. You're going to see commodities tokenized. You're going to see movies, Hollywood, actors, sports teams. You're going to see all of those things, kind of commoditized, tokenized, using blockchain. that's going to just change the whole paradigm on how we transact, how we invest, how we put our money to work. And that's happening every single day, and it's happening at light speed. And to go back to your first question, I think the banks are petrified of that because they're having a trouble catching up with the entrepreneurs in America, with the entrepreneurs in Asia, who are doing this a lot faster than they can react to it. And in essence, they're actually just changing the whole paradigm of the financial system. I think I just said it, but yeah, they debanked us. They canceled us for no reason other than my father decided to go into politics, and they wanted to come after us, and they wanted to destroy us, and they wanted to cancel us, and they wanted to try and bankrupt us, and they wanted to make our lives hell. And you know what's really nice about DeFi? You know what's really nice about cryptocurrency? There's no one on the other side. There's no one to cancel somebody, right? And that's where I found it. The same people that were attacking us, were attacking Zach, were attacking the people in the crypto industry for the last 10 years. They were getting debanked as well. And I think we made a lot of very good friends throughout that process. And we saw a different side of the world, and we also saw what was broken with traditional finance and how easily it could be weaponized against people. And by the way, if that can happen in the United States, it sure as hell can happen in China. It sure as hell can happen in Korea. And it does, right? And so I think we realized that, maybe our systems are maybe a little more fragile than we otherwise thought. And I think, more and more, one of the fundamental principles of life is the ownership of your actual assets. And I think there's never been a time where using crypto, we actually have more security, more personal ownership than now. And I think people want that back versus traditional banks where, you're at the whim of a CEO who might not like you, who might not like your political affiliation, who can turn off your accounts and your access to your money. Like that. And so yeah, the debanking, the Wall Street Journal did a great job on that story. That was a major factor of why I wanted to. Very original question. I have nothing to do with government. I want nothing to do with government. I've been in commercial business for the last 25 years of my life. My entire life, I've spent building assets like this. When we built the buildings in Korea, a very, very long time ago. It's what we've done our entire lives. I have nothing to do with government. I want nothing to do with government. And we started these ventures long before my father got ever into the White House. So we had to start the ventures. When we got canceled by every bank for doing absolutely nothing wrong, it was the only alternative. It was the alternative to traditional finance was untraditional finance, and I'm carrying that forward. I believe in this mission wholeheartedly. I believe in the power of stablecoin. I truly believe that it's an altruistic endeavor for humanity all around the world. So many people in China, so many people in Asia, so many people in Africa, so many people in Central and South America, even in America, they can't get banking. They have no payment rails. The system is completely unfair to them. And honestly, we're fixing that problem. And we're doing so every single day. And so I started this long before my father got elected. I started it long before he ever took office. And I couldn't be more proud of the endeavor. I really think it's a great humanitarian effort in so many ways. I think we're fixing the very problems that were weaponized against so many people across so many different countries. And I think we're doing a great service for doing so. So I'm incredibly proud of it, and I'll never be ashamed of the effort that we're putting into an unbelievably good project.
Golf swing or what?
Yeah. Yeah, not golf swing. Work your butt off. Work. As a family, we never stop. We fight, we work, and we win at everything we do. We went into election in 2016. We didn't have a chance in the world. We couldn't spell election. We didn't know anything about politics, and we won a presidential election. We did it as a family. We won again in 2024 when you could say you had every card stacked against you. Whether it was building the tallest buildings in the world, whether it's building the greatest golf portfolio, whether it's the best commercial buildings in the world, residential buildings in the world, the best developments. We've always worked. We've always put our mind toward a goal, and we've always succeeded. That same success is going to come to the world of crypto. It's something I'm deeply passionate about. We don't stop. I think this guy will be the first to attest that we don't take vacations. We travel every single day. We work 7 days a week. And so if you love something, if you believe in it, put your heart and soul into it, and never stop pursuing that passion. And that's what we've always done as a family. And I don't think you can just follow that advice. I think it actually has to be in your genetics. I think it has to be how you're hardwired. But as a family, we charge very, very hard. We put our heart and soul into everything we do. And my heart and soul is in World Liberty Financial. I think it's going to become one of the greatest companies anywhere on earth. I think we're going to transform the financial system, not just in the US, but globally. And I really think we're charting the way for something that's really, really beautiful for humanity. And we won't stop until that ultimate goal is achieved.
Aaron, is this K-pop?
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you, guys.